Morning, folks. So, starting this YouTube stuff, I never knew how any of this worked, and I knew there was a little bit of money you could make at it if you were lucky and stuck with it long enough. But one of the kind of unexpected perks to this is that people send you stuff to be tested if you agree to it. And most of that stuff that I've had people offer to send me and things, shoot, I don't want it. It doesn't look like anything I'd even be interested in. But every now and then, some offer comes that sounds pretty good. I had a gal write to me on the computer, said that they would like to send me a hunting flashlight. So they sent me this flashlight. It is a KL52 plus Zoomable long-range LED flashlight. It says mounts to your scope or firearm, innovative twist zoom mechanism for adjustable focus, high light transmission, 54mm anti-scratch convex lens, tactical tail cap with pressure switch and push button on-off tail cap switch, high quality rechargeable Li-ion protected batteries and 2-channel charger, aerospace grade aluminum body. It's by Odepro. I'm not sure how you say that. Odepro. Anyway, the back side here. High intensity LEDs with 50,000 hours lifespan. Rapid LED module change without tools to fit your particular request. 2 tubes designed with covered threads to avoid dirt and debris to get into. Fully adjustable from flood to spotlight beam for the desired distance of each hunting landscape. IPX-8 standard weatherproof design allows to be used during a heavy rain. Made from precision machine grade 6061 aircraft aluminum, matte black finish, and non-reflective with military type 3 hard anodization. Versatile usage as a handheld, scope mounted, or tail mounted. The run times on the white, the battery will last 1.6 hours at 400 yards distance. Red, 3.3 hours, 375 yards. Green, 4.1 hours at 452 yards. The IR 850 is 2 hours. Now that one, that's infrared. And it says here, infrared is not visible to the human eye. You use it with viewing device if required. That one I don't see a use for me unless you have some sort of a device to read it. When I put that on the other night, it just, if you look at the lens, it glows red, but you can't see anything. I'll let you read all that if you want to. And the email, service@odepro.com. Here's some telephone numbers for you. And if I can figure out how to do it, I'm supposed to provide a link to where it's sold at, and I'll do my best to figure that out. But anyway, I'll give you as much info as I can. When I opened this thing up and looked at it, it's pretty nice. I got the flashlight on the gun right now, but anyway, it's a nice plastic case with a foam padding in it, and there's three extra lenses plus the one that's in it now. I have the red in it right now. It's got, this is the end cap with the push button. The other one is on there. I'll show you here in a second. It has a finger switch so you can turn it on and off. It comes with 2 batteries. The batteries are pretty good from what I've been told. They are, what do you call them? lithium-ion battery. I don't know much about these, but that's a lot bigger than like a AAA, AA. And it's big around the dime easy, maybe a little bit more, by probably close to 3 inches. Comes with 2 of these. And a charging cord and all that good stuff with it. So here's what it looks like mounted on. The way you adjust for, right now I have it kind of on the small spotlight. If you want it for more of a floodlight, you have to turn this in and out. And that, because of that, you might want to put the mount back to here instead. But anyway, I got it up here for now. This thing, this little cord here, that's a pressure switch. You squeeze that and it turns it on and off. So what you're supposed to do is, it has a sticky thing on there with Velcro on it. You're supposed to stick that to your rifle stock, or maybe up here. And when you get ready, when an animal comes in, when you get ready, you just squeeze that and the light comes on. That way you're not scaring them away. This other thing, oops, I'll put that on here in a minute, but that just unscrews and puts on here, and that's just an on-off switch without this piece. I started this video a couple of nights ago, and it's too dark outside for my camera. It won't pick it up. The light is really bright. Both the red and the green. I like the green the best, I believe. The white light, it's more just for a flashlight. You don't want to hunt with that. It'll spook animals. The red and green supposedly doesn't. Not as bad. And anyway, either the red or the green, I could easily see 300 yards. And it was a dark night. There was just a sliver of a moon. Today, in here, this is the indoor riding arena at the fairgrounds. And it's roughly 100 yards long. And if I turn off all these lights and shut the doors, it's pretty dark, but I don't think it'll be quite as dark as it was outside. So I'm hoping my camera will pick it up a little bit better. Anyway, I'll go through and show what each lens looks like. Okay, so now I have just the plain old on-off button. You don't have the squeeze deal. Since the red light's in there, we'll start with that one. There is, both inside of this end and this end, there is a rubber O-ring gasket to seal it from the weather, and it does come with an extra set. Okay, so through my camera, it really doesn't do this very fairly. I mean, I can see, I guess you can kind of tell. I can see very well with this red lens. My camera won't pick it up as well, but you can kind of get an idea. This does work really very well. So that's on the spotlight. If you want to zoom it out or get the floodlight, it lights up the area really very well. Okay, so that's the green light. Spotlight end of things. If you zoom in, I mean, you can really see this very well. It really lights it up. That's on the spotlight part. If I zoom this out to the floodlight, as you can see, it lights up a really big area. Okay, so put it back on this one. look through my scope on the camera, it's hard to tell, but in real life, with your eyeball, it looks really good. The other night outside, I couldn't get the camera to work, like I said, but looking through the scope at night at 300 yards, I could really very easily see what I was looking at. So, let's try the white one. Okay, so on your white light, it's your typical flashlight. It's just you're not going to use this probably for hunting because it's going to spook animals. But it is bright. That's on the spotlight. The flood brings it out like so. So that's just the flood. And zoom it back in. You say the spotlight's pretty much a pinpointer. It really works pretty well. Okay, so now let's try the infrared. Okay, so the infrared, I have this turned on and aimed at my truck. That little flash, I think, is just reflection. I can't see any light coming from this whatsoever. I was thinking maybe the camera would pick it up, but it doesn't seem to. The lens itself, it is glowing. It does have light to it. But I really don't know what the use for this would be for me. I don't think I have the right equipment to make that useful. I don't really know or understand enough about this to know what it's really for. That's what the Odepro KL52plus Zoomable long-range LED flashlight looks like. It's got a heck of a big old round bubble lens on it, and pretty nice. The other thing that it comes with, this is the mount that goes on for your scope. You can hook it on here or wherever you want to put it, or you could put that onto a shotgun barrel or something like that, and then the other end, of course, goes around the flashlight. It also comes with this one, and this one would clamp on to a rifle, usually underneath the gun, because you have open sights if you don't have a scope. This clamps on with Allen wrench screws, both on the flashlight end and on the barrel end. Or, look close, this piece will come off and you can put that onto like a gun rail or something like that and mount it that way without using this part. So it comes with two mounts. 4 lenses if you count the infrared one. And overall, like I say, it's a good deal. I did have a little bit of worry about the legal end of it. Hunting at night has always been something that's been illegal. You can't do it. But for predators in some states, you can. Idaho, coyotes and raccoons, skunks, non-predator or predatory animals, non-game animals, non-protected, you can use it on private ground. On public ground, you have to get a permit, which in the past, from what I've understood, has been really hard to do. A year or two ago, Idaho did what they called an expanded method of take on wolves. And so I think it's November 15th until the end of March. You can actually use a light at night and hunt them, but you have to have a permit. So yesterday, I went down to Fish and Game and I talked to them about this to find out what it was I needed, and I had to fill out a couple applications, and one of them is for taking a wolf after hours at night, with or without light. The other one was for hunting with artificial light for wolves or coyotes or non-protected game like skunks. You have to have those permits to be legal. On private ground, I'd have to look at it again. Excuse me. I'd have to look at it again, but I don't believe on private ground you have to have a permit. But double check before you try it. On public ground, you do. You do have to have it, and it's up to the regional supervisor to give it to you or not. And also, if you do something stupid and you break the law, they can revoke it at any time. The expanded method of take, that permit, it will expire at the end of March. This one expires the flashlight permit, artificial light permit, which also is needed for things like night vision and thermal scopes and things like that. That will expire June 30th. So it's not a one-time deal. You have to do it every year. But anyway, that's Idaho rules. Other states are different. They might be legal. It might not at all be legal. You might need a permit. You might not need a permit. So wherever you live, be sure you check into that before you go run around the flashlight with a rifle and a light at night hunting, because you might end up in jail. Anyway, I'll put a link down here if I can figure out how to do it. If not, I'll print the info on here, and if you're interested, this is a good deal. This is a nice little flashlight. Thanks for watching. See you later.